dreams about reaching new worlds. We had always been tied to the one that created us. The signal changed all that.
Welcome viewers, this is Winch here, bringing you a little alternative gaming spin to my channel here. I like to branch out a little bit and want to adopt an indie game, which coming from me is a strange embracement, but Strike Suit Zero. This game is a space shooter, and it is a unique, intriguing game that probably most of you out there have not really experienced. So why I'm saying that is that if you're like me, an older gamer, you spent a lot of your adolescence on PC gaming, playing games like TIE Fighter, X-Wing, Descent, Free Space 2. Those games were, in my opinion, some of the best ever created, and it pains me to not really be able to play them anymore on PC. There's emulators and stuff out there, but frankly, I just can't quite grasp how to get those games downloaded. It's a big problem, and unfortunately I just can't get back to those games. But new light has come, and this game is out on the PlayStation 4. This is a straight up PC port, and one of the advantages of the PlayStation 4 console, which we have to give it credit for, is that it allows indie games and lots of other PC games that are supposedly coming. But right now we have Blacklight Retribution, as well as Warhammer. Yeah, I believe Warhammer is the name of the game, and soon to be PlanetSide 2 at some point. But I'm a little impatient, and I'm critical of PlayStation 4, but at least they are bringing games to it, and there's more, of course, on the horizon, and we just need to be a little more patient. But unfortunately, patience is not one of my virtues. But this game is just like the old throwback to the space shooters I'm accustomed to, and playing it on the PlayStation 4 is an absolute delight. Visually, it looks good. It runs good. It's got good frame rates. Probably pushing 60 frames a second, I would think, at some points in this game. Although there are some frame drops. Right there, you can see the vehicle that you fly in has basically a two-flight capability. It allows you to transition from kind of a normal space type fighter into kind of like a mech type of shooter platform, and that's what I'm in right now. It allows you to shoot basically different projectiles and missiles. It allows you to move a more it's kind of hard to describe, but a more precise nature in a confined area. That is. So the game visually, as you can see here, looks pretty good. It sounds great. I like the music in the game. It's just, there's lots of depth to the game for an indie game. $20, which you can buy for $15 right now if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, which who isn't now. It's just one of those unhindered games, like hidden games I had no idea was coming. Like, I've seen so many games lately on the PlayStation channel, and I've been getting lit up in the comments because, I'll be frank guys, I am not at all pleased with the games I've seen coming out on the PlayStation channel on YouTube. Like, you'll see the games like Mercenary Kings. What a terrible game that is. They just had another one. It was like an Angry Birds spin-off. It's just terrible. Towerfall, and I know some of these guys really like these games, but I've been wholly dissatisfied with the 2D scroller stuff. I'm like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. And so they really hit those games hard, and then a game like this that you don't even mention, and it's out, and I just stumble upon it in the PlayStation Store, and I'm like, really guys, you don't even hype up this game, and this is the best indie game I've seen yet. So again, PlayStation, in terms of their management style, I have no clue what they're doing, but give them credit for at least bringing this game to, or allowing an indie developer to bring this game to it, because this is by far the best indie game I've seen, right up there next to like Blacklight Retribution, which for some reason is still in beta. But let's talk about this game in general. Why I'm endorsing this game is because it's solid, it's fluid, it's fun, it's a shooter, and there's lots of playability with your value in the game. I mean, look at these big space battles with capital ships shooting out torpedoes that you gotta destroy before they hit your team's capital ships. Transitioning to the mech mode here, taking on relentless fighters and going attacking like cruise ships, and taking out the individual turrets on that cruise ship. So there's so much going on. It's just like, it's just eye candy for you. It's fun, and the playability is immense with this kind of game and gameplay. And so many of us out there are guilty, and myself included, of just confining ourselves to one game or one type of, well, I only like first-person shooters. I mean, that's me. Battlefield 4 fan, that's all I play for the most part. But I also like, Killzone Shadowfall. That's a great shooter game as well. But giving yourself something to do besides shooters is a great change of pace sometimes to kind of alleviate the stress, because we all know Battlefield 4 can be stressful at times. But you look at these big plasma beam turret shots coming out. I mean, this looks so great. This game is just, bottom line, it's fun. Lots of playability. I think there's like, well, I'll show you here in a moment after this next footage, but I want to say there's like 13 matches in all just on the single player, and then there's also like a DLC that they've included as well. So that's all included in the purchase price of $20 or $15 if you buy it right now on the PlayStation Network. Varying environments here as well. You go from hot climates to nebulas to open space combat. So it can get repetitive at times in terms of the mission types, and the engagements that you're doing are pretty repetitive. Attack this ship, defend this ship, escort this ship. But that's what these games are. Space shooters are all about that. That's all I ever did on those games like TIE Fighter and Descent. There was a war going on, there was a story underneath it, and TIE Fighter was the best. There's no question. Nobody can deny that was the best storytelling game out there. And of course, being tied to the Star Wars franchise, they did it so well there, those Lucas games. But the story on this one's quite not as solid, but for the most part you got good voice acting, the music's good. There is a story there that you can follow and progress through the single player. And just play every mission. There's rankings that you can attain for every mission as well that make it challenging. Like, I mean, every mission on average lasts me about 20 minutes, and my ranking, I'm lucky to get a bronze medal. And of course, there's bronze, silver, gold, and maybe one above that even. So it's really difficult to attain the higher rankings for those medals. So it's a good challenge to you. And of course, it's all tied into leaderboards as well. So if you want to get some replayability for yourself and challenge yourself, you certainly have a realm to try to distinguish yourself amongst your peers to attain the highest score, which, if there's anybody out there that'll be playing this, it'll probably be me. And I'm sure some of my friends too will be picking this up as well, and we'll be kind of doing that. But unfortunately, there is no multiplayer or co-op or anything like that, so that's kind of a drawdown to it. But the point I'm getting at here is I'd like to see more of this. Let's see more ports like this. Let's see more developers thinking about games like this, because the space shooter platform, or the whole, I mean, I haven't seen a game like this in 10 years, maybe more. Again, the last one was probably Free Space 2, I want to say. So it just seemed to me like the developers out there just got away from these kind of games. Simulator games, space shooter games. There's a little X2 series that came out that was kind of, it just never had the same feel. And then of course EVE Online came in. It's like the games like I'm talking about, the TIE Fighter games of their time, they never could ever touch that again. And I guess now the latest thing coming out is this, what is it called? The name eludes me right. The one that Loot and everybody's talking about. Anyway, the name eludes me, but that's the next big space thing coming out. Maybe I like to see people trying new things and developing games like that, but we'll just have to see if that really is a game people want to play. The problem is that people don't even know about games like this, and if you're a younger gamer, you probably haven't even heard of games like that I'm talking about. So kind of get your feet wet, see if this is something you like. Because more chances than not, I'd say you probably haven't experienced a game like this. If it doesn't look like something you like, you won't know until you try it. So there's a lot going on with the PlayStation 4 controller. It really works well on the PlayStation 4 controller, so it's a challenge. It's fun, it's rewarding, and you feel like you're moving around on the map and taking out all these enemies, and it's fluid and it's rewarding. So as a wrap up here, to take out this cruise ship here, I'll walk you through the menus here. You can see, you can change your loadout in your vehicle to different weapons and missiles, and there's different vehicles you can play. Here's the different maps as well. I think there's 13 just in this one DLC, that is. Well, this actually isn't the DLC, the other one is, but there's basically two games of one here, so you're getting a good value for your buck. Here I'm showing you the loadout screen where you can change your loadouts in your vehicle. So all in all, there's lots to this game. I strongly encourage you guys and recommend this game to go out and try and purchase this game, because I really think you'll get your money's worth out of it. Please like and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about this video, this game, that is, and where you guys think any direction of PlayStation games are going here in the future. Thanks for watching.